Igrogo, one. Mago, one. Greetings, my people. Greetings. This video that I'm about to do now is the continuously of the previous video that I made about Yoruba, because of one guy from Yorubaland that calls himself Adeyinka grandson. He has been insulting the Igbo people, insulting the people of Biafra in Nigeria so long, feeding people with fake history, fake news, fake information that has no base. He has nothing to back it up. So as he focused on Igbo people, I am not here to declare war. Rather, I said to him before that he has already opened what we call Pandora box, that we have to open up to lecture the youths of today the history, where we came from, where we are going, where we belong to, who is our brothers, who is the son of the soil, who own the territory, which people belongs where they belong. You know, I made the other video that I made. A lot of people were insulting, attacking me, telling me that I'm talking Kakambut story. What I'm saying about the Yorubas and the area where they came from, where they originated from, is fake. It's not real. So I could not challenge them in writing. Rather, I said, let me go more deeper to get more information about the Yoruba people. So today, I now came out to have some evidence to prove to the world. These pictures you are seeing here now is ancient pictures. The man with this picture here with this elephant umbrella is the, let me enlarge it so that you will be able to see the written on the ground. Is the Gezu, king of Dahomey. You know Dahomey of today? This is their ancient king that ruled Dahomey. You may ask myself, you may ask me, what does Dahomey got to do with Yoruba? Look at the ancient Dahomey people. the Yoruba people in that area. That is the son of the king that is standing there, showing himself as a great guy in that community. Good. Look at this one now. This is ancient Benin Republic that we see today. The Benin Republic we all know today. That is the Benin Republic. Look at the drums they are playing. Look at the cows, how it looks like. And look at their king sitting down there. And they were playing, dancing in that territory. These pictures is from archive. So, because I tell Adoyinka grandson, I will send him an errand so that he will be able to go out and research about their people, to know where they came from, why are they in that part of Nigeria. You know, that guy, look at them here. These are the warriors of the 1518, Africa, I think it's written in French, you know, Abomini or sort of something like that, but they are all with the Yoruba people. These are their people. So I went and brought out a lot of things that I will show to you. And the bigger one that is displaying here is also the king of former brother to Eleife of Yoruba, also in Benin Republic. And now the wonderful picture that is popping up here now is this one. This is the original map of Yorubaland. So, men looking at this map now, you see, this guy said that they will deport the Igbos out of Lagos. Lagos belongs to the Yorubas. And I try to lecture them that when the white man came to the original Nigeria, without the concussion, the original territory of that area, Biafra land, you will find, they said that they found only the Biafran people, the Benin Kingdom, and the Hausas, not the Fulanis, the Hausas. There is nothing like Fulani by that time. They were Hausas. And the Yoruba today we are having in Nigeria, look at their own territory before the division of the land starts. This is their territory. They are Dahomis. They came from the present Benin Republic of today. And look at that picture. You will see where Lagos State is. Lagos is away from the territory of where Yorubas control. The Lagos State fall under the umbrella of Benin Kingdom. Yes. If somebody want to claim Lagos State, it's the Benin people that will claim Lagos State. The people occupying Lagos State today are not the owners of that area. They are not even the owners of the territory. They invaded that territory. Because this guy he has already wakened a sleeping lion. What I'm showing you is facts and figures, about the Yoruba and their territory, and where you will be able to expel Igbos and do whatever you wishes as you keep on dictating for your people. A lot of Yorubas argued with me, distancing themselves from what Adeyinka was saying. But if I ask them, let them come on air, let me give them platform for them to openly distance themselves from the ideology of Adeyinka, they refused. To tell you, underground, they are all accepting what the guy is feeding the world with fake news. So let me start playing the audios. This thing will read out a lot of things that I picked from the archive. I copied it, and this machine will help us to read it out. So listen.
Ketu is a historical region in what is now the Republic of Benin, in the area of the town of Ketu, Ketu. It is one of the oldest capitals of the Yoruba-speaking people, tracing its establishment to a settlement founded by a descendant of Otojuwa, also known as Otojua, Ojua, and Iladuwa. The regents of the town were traditionally styled Alekatu, and are related to the Egba subgroup of the Yoruba people in present-day Nigeria. Ketu is considered one of the 16 original kingdoms established by the children of Otojuwa in Oyo mythic history, though this ancient pedigree has been somewhat neglected in contemporary Yoruba historical research, which tends to focus on communities within Nigeria.
Did you hear that? He said that the Yoruba history researchers were neglecting the original origins of the Yorubas. Rather, they now focus the area of Yoruba that was placed into Nigeria.
Nigeria. The exact status of Ketu within the Oyo Empire, however, is contested. Oyo sources claim Ketu as a dependency, with claims that the Ketu paid an annual tribute and that its ruler attended the Bear Festival in Oyo. In any case, there is no doubt that Ketu and Oyo maintained friendly relations, largely due to their historical, linguistic, cultural, and ethnic ties. The kingdom was one of the main enemies of the ascendant kingdom of Dahomey, often fighting against Dahomeans as part of Oyo's imperial forces.
They did not say that the Yorubas were fighting the Igbos or the Hausas. They were fighting the Dahomes. Who are the Dahomes? They are in the present Cotonou, Benin Republic today. You are Nigeria. You are not even fighting with Benin Kingdom. You are not fighting with Igbo Kingdom or not Biafra. You are not fighting with Hausa. You keep on fighting with the same entities within the present Benin Republic.
Forces, but ultimately succumbing to the FON in the 1880s as the kingdom was ravaged. A large number of Ketu citizens were sold into slavery during these raids, which accounts for the kingdom's importance in Brazilian candomblé. Ketu is often known as Quito in Portuguese orthography.
Did you hear that? A lot of Brazilians are Yorubas. A lot of Haitis are Yorubas. Let me continue.
The kingdom of Dahomey, Dahomey / was an African kingdom, located in the area of the present-day country of Benin, that existed from about 1600 until 1894, when the last king, Bihanzin, was defeated by the French, and the country was annexed into the French colonial empire. Dahomey developed on the Abomi Plateau amongst the FON people in the early 17th.
He mean Abomi Plateau, something like that,
17th century, and became a regional power in the 18th century by conquering key cities on the Atlantic coast. For much of the 18th and 19th centuries, the Kingdom of Dahomey was a key regional state, eventually ending tributary status to the Oyo Empire. The Kingdom of Dahomey was an important regional power that had an organized domestic economy built on conquest and slave labor, significant international trade with European powers, a centralized administration, taxation systems.
Did you see on my other old video, I do mention that the people that brought in slavery in main Nigeria today are the Yorubas. A lot of people were arguing me. Now you are hearing it, that the Dahomey and the Uyo kingdom were built under the activities of slave trade. Before, there is nothing like slave trade in Hausa, in Benin Kingdom, nor in Biafra land. These same people brought in this atrocity to our people.
Systems, and an organized military. Notable in the kingdom were significant artwork, an all-female military unit known as the Dahomey Amazons, and the elaborate religious practices of Vodun with the large festival of the annual customs of Dahomey. The kingdom of Dahomey was referred to by many different names and has been written in a variety of ways, including Danksom, Danhom, and Fon. The name Fon relates to the dominant ethnic and language group, the Fon people, of the royal families of the kingdom, and is how the kingdom first became known to Europeans. The names Dahomey, Danksom, and Danhom all have a similar origin story, which historian Edna Bay says may be a false etymology. The story goes that Dakodanu, considered the second king in modern kings lists, was granted permission by the Gadibai chiefs, the local rulers, to settle in the Abomi Plateau. Dakotanu requested additional land from a prominent chief named Dan, or Da, to which the chief responded sarcastically, "Should I open up my belly and build you a house in it?" For this insult, Dakotanu killed Dan and began the construction of his palace on the spot. The name of the kingdom was derived from the incident. Dan equals Chief Dan, XO equals belly, me equals inside of. King Agaja, Hauk Badja's grandson, came to the throne in 1708 and began significant expansion of the kingdom of Dahomey. This expansion was made possible by the superior military force of King Agaja's Dahomey. In contrast to surrounding regions, Dahomey employed a professional standing army numbering around 10,000. What the Dahomey lacked in numbers, they made up for in discipline and superior arms. In 1724, Agaja conquered Alida, the origin for the royal family according to oral tradition, and in 1727 he conquered Wida. This increased size of the kingdom, particularly along the Atlantic coast, and increased power made Dahomey into a regional power. The result was near constant warfare with the main regional state, the Oyo Empire, from 1728 until 1740.
What did he mention? The Uyo Empire. The Uyo that we know today are rivals, or the Dahomis are now rivals to Uyo Empire, because all of them are one brother. All of them are in the same place, fighting for territories and we are to control. So let's continue.
Until 1740. The warfare with the Oyo Empire resulted in Dahomey assuming a tributary status to the Oyo Empire. The kingdom fought the First Franco-Dahomean War and Second Franco-Dahomean War with France. The kingdom was reduced and made a French protectorate in 1894. In 1904 the area became part of a French colony, French Dahomey. In 1958 French Dahomey became the self-governing colony called the Republic of Dahomey and gained full independence in 1960. It was renamed in 1975 the People's Republic of Benin, and in 1991 the Republic of Benin. The Dahomey kingship exists as a ceremonial role to this day. Early writings, predominantly written by European slave traders, often presented the kingdom as an absolute monarchy led by a despotic king. However, these depictions were often deployed as arguments by different sides in the slave trade debates, mainly in the United Kingdom, and as such were probably exaggerations. Recent historical work has emphasized the limits of monarchical power in the Kingdom of Dahomey. Historian John Yoder, with attention to the Great Council in the kingdom, argued that its activities do not imply that Dahomey's government was democratic or even that her politics approximated those of 19th-century European monarchies. However, such evidence does support the thesis that governmental decisions were molded by conscious responses to internal political pressures as well as by executive fiat. The primary political divisions revolved around villages with chiefs and administrative posts appointed by the king and acting as his representatives to adjudicate disputes in the village. The king of Dahomey, Ahosu in the Fon language, was the sovereign power of the kingdom.
So, men listening to all those things, they are now telling you the inner activities, day-to-day activities that were going under the Dahomis. But the Yorubas are not originated from our country called today's Nigeria. They have their territory. But for such a guy to come out to insult the Biafran people without any dime of respect, oh my God. So listen to this one.
The Oyo Empire was a Yoruba empire of what is today western, north-central Nigeria and north of the Fon Kingdom in present-day Benin Republic.
Did you hear that? The Fon Kingdom. The Fon, that's the Fon Kingdom. Fon Kingdom. The Yorubas and the Fon Kingdom, that is the Dahomes, are brothers. Let me repeat it again.
Republic. Established in the 15th century, the Oyo Empire grew to become one of the largest West African kingdom, states. It rose through the outstanding organizational and administrative skills of the Yoruba people, wealth gained from trade and its powerful cavalry. The Oyo Empire was the most politically important state in the region from the mid-17th to the late 18th century. Citation needed, holding sway not only over most of the other kingdoms in Yorubaland, but also over nearby African states, notably the Fon Kingdom of Dahomey in the modern Republic of Benin to the west. The origins of the Oyo Empire lie with Oranian, also known as Oranmiyan, the last prince of the Yoruba kingdom of Ile-Ife, Ife. Oranian made an agreement with his brother to launch a punitive raid on their northern neighbors for insulting their father Otojuwa, the first Uni of Ife. On the way to the battle, the brothers quarreled and the army split up. Oranian's force was too small to make a successful attack, so he wandered the southern shore until reaching Bussa. There the local chief entertained him and provided a large snake with a magic charm attached to its throat. The chief instructed Oranian to follow the snake until it stopped somewhere for 7 days and disappeared into the ground. Oranian followed the advice and founded Oyo where the serpent stopped. The site is remembered as Ajaka. Oranian made Oyo his new kingdom and became the first Oba, meaning king or ruler in the Yoruba language, with the title of Alefin of Oyo. Alefin means owner of the palace in Yoruba. He left all his treasures in Ife and allowed another king to rule there. At a time, Oyo Isle was at war with the Bariba of Borgu, who wanted to subjugate the new city still under construction. Orangun Ajagunla of Isla, Oranmiyan's elder brother, stormed in with his men to assist. Not long after the war was won, Oranmiyan welcomed a son Aju I Ajaka. Much later Arab Mb was born by the woman from Tapa, Nup. It is believed that the name Sango was given by his maternal grandfather or he adopted it from the local name for the god of thunder. Either way, the royal family was devoted to the spirits of thunder, Jakuta, and war, Ogun.
Ogun State of
Oranian,
today.
the first Oba, king, of Oyo, was succeeded by Oba Ajaka, Alefin of Oyo. Ajaka was deposed, because he lacked Yoruba military virtue and allowed his sub-chiefs too much independence. Leadership was then conferred upon Ajaka's brother, Shango, who was later defined as the deity of thunder and lightning. Ajaka was restored after Sango's death. Ajaka returned to the throne thoroughly more warlike and oppressive. His successor, Kori, managed to conquer the rest of what later historians would refer to as Metropolitan Oyo. The heart of Metropolitan Oyo was its capital at Oyo Isle, also known as Oyo Kadunga or Old Oyo or Oyo Oro. 5 The two most important structures in Oyo Isle were the Ufan, or Palace of the Oba, and his market. The palace was at the center of the city close to the Oba's market called Aja Oba. Around the capital was a tall earthen wall for defense with 17 gates. The importance of the two large structures, the palace and the Aja Oba, signified the importance of the king in Oyo. The Nup occupation. Oyo had grown into a formidable inland power by the end of the 14th century.
So, men listening to all those things, you will understand what I'm trying to tell you people, that this Adeyinka grandson um, knows nothing about his people or their how they come about to be in Nigeria. They are in Nigeria today because of colonialism. So standing firm and with the backup of the Yoruba people to insult the Biafrans, the son of the soil, is unacceptable. And never you forget that the problem that we are facing in Nigeria today was orchestrated, manufactured, and established by Yoruba people from day one. You know, they will tell you that what they call him, Awolowo, is their god, the way they present Awolowo today. And Obasanjo is an evil man because Obasanjo did not play the way Awolowo played. Obasanjo, he is not a Yoruba man. He knows where he came from and where he belongs to. So that is why the Yoruba want to kill him. That is why they don't want to accept him. That's why they keep on insulting. Yorubas are not good in insulting elders, but you will see them insulting Obasanjo. That's to tell you Obasanjo is not part of them, and they know that Obasanjo is none of their blood. Obasanjo is an Igbo man. His history, his father is from Igbo. And Yorubas knows it, thought that Obasanjo is so foolish that he would not know his origin. Upon that, even though the Obasanjo is not even favoring the Igbos because of the hatred and the agony that he has against the Igbo people. Yes, I understand him, I feel him. Yeah, if I were him, I would be also angry. But you cannot behave like, because they say that two people never run mad at the same time. If a madman is chasing you naked, you don't run naked, and people will tell you, look at these two mad people running naked on the street. So, Adeyinka, I will keep on digging deep, bringing out the history of Yorubas until you come out on air to tell Igbo people, I am sorry. You are not the president nor the government of Nigeria that keeps on destroying the system that you, Yorubas, helped the Hausas to establish. You helped them to establish it, and they now are maneuvering you. You doesn't know how to catch up. Now, the only place you will lie your anger is on all the same people that you guys want to wipe out of the map. That is Ghost on people in Biafra land. You could not do it. You are now telling their people to go after the Igbos and Igbo properties in Lagos because Igbos are not respecting you. Why should Igbos respect you? Have you ever put one penny that helped to develop Lagos State? Have you ever in your lifetime did anything that will bring progress to Lagos State? No. You are living in a land where your colonial masters that keeps on manipulating Nigeria have already buttered and bread and everything chocolate. You are there enjoying yourself and start running your mouth against the same people that were developing the area you are claiming. Do you know that what Yorubas are doing today is what one of our brothers says in Proverbs? He said, Igbo man went to a village and they said that he want to establish his business. They said they don't want Igbo business in this area. He said, please send me land, give me any place. I would like to establish business. And these people went into meeting and said, okay, let us send him to the dead forest. There the gods will tarnish him and finish him once and for all. And the innocent Igbo man bought the evil forest, clear it up, develop it, and business start moving. The same people that were running away from that evil forest now came back to claim it's their father's property. After said and done, after an Igbo man have developed, clean everything up and chase away all the evil things operating in that area. Men looking at this story, you will know that that is how the Yorubas are now standing up to claim the properties of the Bini people. The Bini Kingdom are the owners of Lagos State, and Yorubas that immigrated to that area are now behaving like the Fulanis, claiming lands and properties that never belongs to them. And upon that, insulting the same people that have been doing business with the Benin people before Yoruba was created into our country. We call them tribalistic people. They are not tribalistic. Rather, they are stick to their own tribe and their own people. They feel at home when they operate within their terrain, within themselves, not as a nation or as one country or whatever. I am not here to insult, rather to teach and lecture Adeyinka.
Century. For over a century, the Yoruba kingdom had expanded at the expense of its neighbors. During the reign of Anigbaji, Oyo suffered military defeats at the hands of the Nuk led by Tso Ed. Sometime around 1535, the Nuk occupied Oyo and forced its ruling dynasty to take refuge in the kingdom of Borgudat. The Nuk sacked the capital, destroying Oyo as a regional power until the early 17th century. The Yoruba of Oyo went through an interregnum of 80 years as an exiled dynasty after its defeat by the Nupe. They re-established Oyo as more centralized and expansive than ever. The people created a government that established its power over a vast empire. During the 17th century, Oyo began a long stretch of growth, becoming a major empire. Oyo never encompassed all Yoruba-speaking people, but it was the most populous kingdom in Yoruba history. Reconquest and expansion. Oyo Empire and surrounding states, c. 1625.
That's
The key
1625.
to Yoruba rebuilding of Oyo was a stronger military and a more centralized government. Taking a cue from their Nupe enemies, whom they called Tapa, the Yoruba rearmed with armor and cavalry. Oba Ofinran, Alafin of Oyo, succeeded in regaining Oyo's original territory from the Nupe. A new capital, Oyo Igboho, was constructed, and the original became known as Old Oyo. The next Oba, Igikuajo, conquered nearly all of Yorubaland. After this, Oba Orampato led attacks to obliterate the Nupe to ensure Oyo was never threatened by them again. During the reign of Oba Ajiboide, he held the first Bear Festival, an event to celebrate peace in the kingdom. Celebrated regularly, it would retain much significance among the Yoruba long after the fall of Oyo. Under his successor, Abipa, the Yoruba repopulated Oyo Isle and rebuilt the original capital. Despite a failed attempt to conquer the Benin Empire sometime between 1578 and 1608, Oyo continued to expand. The Yoruba allowed autonomy to the southeast of metropolitan Oyo, where the non-Yoruba areas could act as a buffer between Oyo and Imperial Benin. By the end of the 16th century, the U and I estates of modern Benin were paying tribute to Oyo. Dahomey Wars. The reinvigorated Oyo Empire began raiding southward as early as 1682.
That in 1682. Men listening to all those things. There is nothing like war with Benin Kingdom or our own area. They keep on fighting within the Dahomey, Benin Republic, Togo, and all those people. Within themselves there. They keep on, all the activities lies within that area. That is to show you where they came from. They keep on fighting for territory, fighting for who to govern who to rule who, and whatever. They never.
1682. By the end of its military expansion, Oyo's borders would reach to the coast some 320 kilometers, 200 miles, southwest of its capital. It met little serious opposition until the early 18th century. In 1728, the Oyo Empire invaded the kingdom of Dahomey in a major campaign of its cavalry. Dahomey warriors, on the other hand, had no cavalry but many firearms. Their gunshots scared the Oyo cavalry horses and prevented their charging. Dahomey's army also built fortifications such as trenches, which forced the Oyo army to fight as infantry. The battle lasted 4 days, but the Yoruba were eventually victorious after reinforcements arrived. Dahomey was forced to pay tribute to Oyo. The Yoruba invaded Dahomey 7 times before finally subjugating the small kingdom in 1748. Later conquest. With its cavalry, Oyo campaigned successfully in conquest and suppression over great distances. The Oyo army was able to attack defensive fortifications, but it was harder to supply an army, and they withdrew when supplies ran out. The Oyo did not use guns in its major conquests. The military waited until the 19th century to adopt them. In 1764, a joint Akyem, Dahomey Oyo force defeated an Asante army. The alliance victory defined borders between the neighboring states. Oyo led a successful campaign into Mahi territory north of Dahomey in the late 18th century. The Yoruba also used the forces of their tributaries. For instance, they accomplished a 1784 naval blockade of Badagry with an Oyo-Dahomey Lagos force. Organization. At the beginning, the people were concentrated in metropolitan Oyo. With imperial expansion, Oyo reorganized to better manage its vast holdings within and outside of Yorubaland. It was divided into 4 layers defined by relation to the core of the empire. These layers were Metropolitan Oyo, Southern Yorubaland.
So, my people, that's all I have to offer you today. I will continue this video because I need to start preparing myself to go to work. I will keep on lecturing the Yorubas where they belong, where they came from, and how come they are in that area or that part of the nation today. So, don't be offended. The video will continue, and you will be watching these videos on mirrorafricantv.com. Thank you very much, and remain blessed. Have a wonderful day, and stay tuned. Keep on tuning to that area.